Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Wednesday Night Live Chat, number 77. We got Chris back on here from Glove Station. We're going to talk to him here in a little bit. First, we are going to work around the panel, see what everybody's been up to. What's going on, Jamie?
Hey, Chris. Thanks for having me. Well, lot going on this week. Had a family member's funeral this week and went to church this evening. First time I've been in a while. On Wednesday night, work's going on as usual. And but thanks for having me. So we'll have a good time this evening. I think the other Chris down there's got some new products to show us. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, we got some cool stuff to show off. So, well, Jamie, thanks for being here, buddy. And we got Devin. It's been a little while from Spectre Solutions. You've been all over the place. You've been busy.
Busy. Very busy. Thanks for having me, Jamie. Sorry about your loss, buddy. New job. It's more demanding than I thought. Business is booming. It's a good problem to have. Night matches. It's pretty fun, but it's tasking and time consuming. But I got some videos coming. New dots that I probably will show on my channel, and we can talk about it on here as well. That's all really about it. Just busy working and focusing on the business, Spectre Solutions. I'm happy to see what Chris has brought to us for the new gloves.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're going to get into that here pretty quick. All right, well, thanks for being here. Next in, we got Gizzard Gary. Gary, what is going on?
Let me get unmuted here. Hey, not a whole lot. Just living a dream here in the Sunflower State. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you got your big show coming up, what, a week from this weekend?
Oh, down Wanamaker, yes, sir.
Yeah. I'm not going to be able to make it this year, but I hope you guys have a great time. I'm sure you will. Sounds like there's going to be quite a few of you going.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, so I was talking with, I think Smash Time's coming to meet up with you guys, so that'll be kind of cool. So, all right, next in, we got American Hillbilly. What is going on?
Hey, Chris. Man, how you doing? Thanks for having me on tonight, buddy. Oh, man, just been busy. A lot of stuff going on around here. There's a lot of videos been shooting and putting out, and of course we got, Saturday nights, got the Guns Bearing Therapy, and so just been keeping me busy as a one-armed paper hanger, buddy.
Well, we're glad to have you here. So, I've been busy with stuff. Filming, I stayed home all day today. Weather sucks here. It's been cold. Body's not quite acclimated to this weather yet, but it'll be better get acclimated to it pretty quick because I think it's here to stay.
Yeah, I'm super excited. Your guest you got on here, Chris from the Glove Station. I'm curious if you can get me some gloves for milking them goats and cows this winter.
Oh, we got something for you. Definitely got some goat milking gloves.
I'm gonna need gloves. I'm gonna need gloves just to shoot here now.
They're utter gloves.
But anyway,
That's yet to come.
All right, so before we move on to Chris and see what is going on at Glove Station, let's hit this side chat and see who all is out here. First in tonight was Tony, Lakeview Outdoors. Good to see you out there. Chicago Mike is with us. Hillbilly is out there and on the panel. Same with Jamie. Fluffy 10mm Jeep guy is here. Bobby Barlow is out there. Rich B is with us. Clover Tack is out there. Abigail is here. Devin's out there and on the panel. Edward Petty is out there. Chris is out there and on the panel. DJ Play Nice is with us. Vanessa Kitty is here. Gort is out there. Rollis is here. Rollis put out a video today. Hoodlum is out there. Good to see Chevy out there. Chevy put a video out today. Really cool interview video. Dale Pogue is out there. Lake Ozark guy is with us. Chessboard is out there. RTT is out there. Good to see you, Matt. Thanks for stopping by. Defense Dad is with us. Gizzard Gary's out there and on the panel. HESA is here. We said hi to Abigail. Floridian is out there. Defense Dad. Pistol Pete is with us. Michael Dunn is here. Sacrificial Science is out there. Taylor is out there. Good to see you. Big J is here. And that is everybody. Walter Bunning is out there. So anyway, we are all caught up. All right, guys. So we're going to have a little issue tonight because Chris is having some camera problems.
Again.
So, but we are going to run it like this, and then Chris is going to be able to show us some of the new gloves and everything. So, Chris, it's been a while since we've had you on the show last. I'm glad to have you back on. Chris reached out to me a couple weeks ago. We talked on the phone for about a half hour and said, man, we got to get you back on the show. So we're glad to have you here, brother.
Thank you, sir. It's an honor and a pleasure always to be on the show. That's why I reached out, because obviously you have to start doing the campaigning tour, if you will, and just reaching out to the influencers and seeing if we can get some highlights out there for the very significantly large next year that we'll be having. Yeah, so about me, I mean, some of you might know Chris. That's my name. I've been with Glove Station for about like a little over almost about a year now, a whole year. And the year's been packed. It's been very, very busy. And yeah, I mean, it's just been head down, nose to the grindstone, and just pushing it out. And so that's why I'm here. Because last time I felt like I wanted to show you the gloves, but they weren't quite like up to the level that I would like to, showcase them at. So today is a different story. And yeah, I had to make it work. So we're doing a little workaround. Apologize for the technical issues that we're having on my end. But yeah, so here we are. Whenever you guys want to get going with it.
Yeah, so I haven't seen you since NRAM. You hit up quite a few shows since then, didn't you? I mean, you were getting out on the road and promoting things.
Yeah, it's been busy. It's been busy along with getting everything ready for SHOT Show. This year we're doing a whole booth redesign, so we went from a 10x20 to a 20x20. So we completely scrapped the last floor plan, and I have been had the pleasure of redesigning that and making sure that it comes to like the way that we want it to, along with designing a ton of gloves and just basically calendaring out the next year.
Yeah. So I assume, I mean, obviously you're going to have a lot of this stuff ready to go by SHOT, aren't you?
All of it. Yeah. All of it. Yeah. So between that, the catalog, the booth, making sure that the gloves are up to snuff and ready to be released to the public. I'm full. My plate is full.
Have you figured out where you guys are going to be located yet this year at SHOT?
So yeah, we're on the same floor, same level as last year, but we just kind of got bumped up to a bigger space. Those good spots are slim pickings. It came down to the wire for a few good ones on like the main level, but we ended up getting taken out by a few other bids. So we are where we are, but it's still like the booth is not going to suffer one bit. So we're bringing a little bit of a upper level. I don't want to say class because everyone's classy, but our booth is designed for something a little bit, a different room than we are, but no complaints. Not one.
Hey, the basement's the cool. That's where all the cool people hang out, right?
Honestly, that is like for me going the last couple of years. It that's the general idea, right? That's
Yeah.
where all the hidden gems are, and that's where everyone goes to like find the next up and comers. So hopefully, this is our breakout year. Everything else has been going amazingly. Sales, e-commerce, all that. Nothing suffering one bit, but it's just been my priority to make sure that we are progressing the company and taking it to the next level. So,
Yeah.
and to show everyone we're here to play.
Well, that was being my first SHOT Show this year. It was like we were in it. My son and I were in that basement for 2 straight days. I said, "We got to get the hell out of here. We're never going to see the rest of the show." But it was just every time you turned a corner, there was something cool to look at.
You guys were lost too? Yeah, I was lost for like 3 days down
It
there.
wasn't so much being lost. It was just there was so much stuff in that basement to go. I mean, there was a lot of cool stuff down in the bottom floor.
No, it's
So-
definitely a willingness to be lost.
Yeah.
But I remember going down there and the same thing. Like, the first thought was like, how do people like navigate down here? Because there's no like the ceilings are lower than any of the other rooms. The previous year I was in the Caesars Forum, but I'm with a different company now, so my company is in the basement. But I mean, we have this really cool company that is going to be located right across from us, and they have a ridiculous booth size. So I'm really, really excited to see what they have in store for everybody. So, how's everyone getting around the ad blockers banning?
First I've heard of this one.
Huh.
Oh, Clever, you didn't have to do that. Thank you. That's awesome. Clever said he's got a question for later. He wants something thin, light, and tight for smaller hands. Yeah. Chris, I'm going to have to get you hooked up with Clever Tack because he works with a lot of great companies. Awesome
I'm
guy.
always open for it. I'm always open for it. And who
Yeah.
knows? I can almost guarantee that everything that I showcase for you guys tonight, there has to be something in this line of six, 7 gloves, that's gonna suit everyone's needs. So, with that being said, should I get into it or?
Yeah, let's do it. You guys got any questions for Chris before we start looking at products here?
Any questions for me?
Hey, Clover, if it's okay with you, just let me know out there. I'll send your email over to Chris so you guys can talk. If that's cool with you, just let me know.
Well, along the lines of what Clover was asking, now I've got smaller hands than the average man. So do you carry stuff in a small men's size? Because a lot
We
of
do.
times people don't. So
We do, and so our Impulse, the first generation of our Impulse, is going to run a little bit smaller than most gloves, but we want that to be the case. So if you're a small in men's, more than likely our small in Impulse, the Impulse generation, the first generation will suit your needs just fine. And all of the gloves that come after that are going to follow the same sizing chart. So there shouldn't be any sizing issues with that, Gary.
cool, thanks.
Yeah, of course. But
Big,
we did. I'm sorry.
oh, you're right. Big J out there. He wants to know what the largest size you carry. You do have double X, don't you?
We do. Yeah, we do have 2X, and our 2X is pretty big. I think this is a 2X right here.
Yeah, that's what I have to wear from you guys.
Yes, and with
Yeah.
this one, this will fit Chris just fine. I mean, if I hold it up to my face, like you'll see, I'm normally like a medium. I like to wear a medium in the Impulses because I like my gloves fitting snug. And after like an hour and a half of use, between the oil that you're like you obviously naturally secrete through your skin, and just the precipitation from your hand, it molds the glove. So after an hour and a half, the glove is yours. through DNA and through sizing. So, yeah, I like to run my gloves a little bit snug. I don't know how you guys like to do it, but we have a glove size for everybody. No one's left out. We're even toying around with some like kids size gloves, which is kind of fun to see, like these little tiny miniature gloves. But I mean, I thought it'd be a cool idea because I mean, if Father's Day is coming around the bend and you want to buy like a son and dad pair of gloves,
Yeah.
Plus,
Hey, real
go ahead.
quick, I want to say hi to. We got Trigger Bar Philosopher on the panel. How you been, Trigger Bar?
Doing great. Sorry I'm late.
That's all right. You told me you were going to be a little late. That's cool. So, yeah, we're just kind of, Chris is showing off some of the new products, but we're glad to have you here.
That's exciting. Thank you.
All right, there we go.
All right. Well, I'll start out with the first to be released, which is going to be our Impulse 2.0s, which I've discussed in the show previously, and our 11 Bravos. Both are in production at this point and are ready to be released to you fine people. So first is the 11 Bravo. So let's see. Did I bring the right size? Let's see if it fits. It's small, so, but you can make it work. So this is on the bottom side here. We have actual genuine premium leather goat skin, which is all throughout the bottom. And the middle part right here is going to be the synthetic leather where the grip is. And we have a Velcro cinch strap, which has gone through some R&D just to get the sizing right, because we want to make sure that the glove fits and feels good while you're wearing it. But this is basically like our heavy-duty patrol glove. So we have some gel foam on the back right here, which we've kept in mind the actual like height and depth of the actual gel foam, so it's not too obnoxious and doesn't mess with any of your dexterity. And the goat skin itself is really pliable, so I mean, I'm a size large in this glove, yet I was able to cram my hand into a small. So all the OJs out there, it's not going to work for you. But we have these serrated cuts on the main knuckles of all the fingers that help with your dexterity and basic like overall fatigue, just to make sure that, if you are having to move and run about with your gloves, you're not like tired after, an hour. We want the gloves to be able to be worn all day, theoretically. However, we know that's never like not the case in most times. But still, if you build something, if you engineer something and create something for the toughest of situations, then it can handle any other situation, right? So that's kind of the idea behind it. It's got some soft suede leather on the thumb part right here. I thought it'd be important to keep for the sole purpose of wiping away your brow and, being able to have something there for that. Velcro cinch strap. Like I said before, went through some R&D to make sure that it fits right and gives you the right feel. And I think that's just about everything. Oh, it's touchscreen compatible. It's super durable glove. This is probably my second favorite out of everything that's soon to be released, just because it's kind of it's just a badass glove. I mean, when you look at it, it's just super sick. So
Are those puncture proof?
these are not puncture proof, so that's gonna be. I want to release a glove that's puncture and cut resistant and heat resistant all in one, because that seems to be the trend right now, within the next year. But
I like how there's holes in it for like aeration.
yeah, and that's what it's for. That's what those are for. It just adds that little bit of breathability. Other than that, like no dirt will get in there. The holes are tiny enough to where, it's not gonna like you're not gonna take the gloves off and there's gonna be a whole bunch of dirt on your hand. But that is the 11 Bravo. This, along with one other glove, are soon to be released. Are there any questions that I'm missing?
Yeah, we got a bunch of questions. Now, I want to let everybody know out in the side chat, I'm putting stars on all the questions, so I thought maybe we'd show off a couple pairs of gloves, then we'll jump into some questions, and we'll show off some more gloves.
All right. Well,
So,
we can finish this one, and then I'll answer the questions if that's all right with you.
yep, works for me.
Okay. So the next one that's going to be released second, along with the 11 Bravo, is going to be the Impulse 2.0. This is my brainchild. Inspired by the Pig by SKD Tactical, I believe it is, or SDK. I'm sorry, SDK. But I basically took the glove and looked it over and asked myself, what can I do to make it better? And so with that being said, I mean, I did like, instead of doing all the finger serrations on all the fingers, I did on the trigger finger. So there is no trigger fatigue, or, if you're shooting for extended time, you're not going to have any problems with this at all, because it does have your little serration there for trigger fingers. It is hyperfit. We coined that phrase. Basically just means, snug fit, durability, and no inner laminate, nothing like that. So there's super breathable glove, quick dry material. I did reinforce this inner clutch right here between your index and your thumb. So it basically, raise it up. It basically comes around here, and it hides all of the exposed seams that you would normally see. Like if you have another pair of gloves, you'll notice that there is a seam that runs along the side here. And this is a pretty integral part of the glove. So if you compromise its integrity, you're going to have a gnarly rip right there. And the whole point of the glove is to protect you from abrasion, because like I said earlier, you build it for tactical, it can endure pretty much anything else. So my thought was, well, if I'm in the field and I'm wearing a glove and, I'm running some trip wire or something, where's the point of contact? And between my clutch, index, and thumb is where I figured it's the most. So I added an extra piece of material here. I don't know if you can see it that well, but that's how good it is. But yeah, it just basically goes over all this, and it exposes the seam. So you're good there. Touchscreen compatible, like I said. As I mentioned earlier in the backroom chat, I added a pull tab. This is like a pull the pin kind of a play on, words, trying to be funny. But you're basically just like, instead of pulling on this tab, which people tend to think that it's a pull tab, it's not. It's to harness, it's to fasten to your chest rig. You just pull on this grenade, which is a TPR, thermoplastic rubber. So it's not going anywhere, and just you'll never have to worry about any seams popping or anything like that. And what else?
I like that you added that, because I have everything almost stippled. All my pew-pews that we're not allowed to show on live, and then all my mags are somewhat have either skate tape or some type of aggressiveness, and it hasn't destroyed any of that. It broke it in pretty quick, but the first gen Impulses didn't have any holes from it at all. So there was a comment earlier that asked if it would last on stipple Glocks or the platforms, and I have skate tape and stippled pew-pews, and it withstood it, and it did its job.
Yeah, I mean, you're a testimony for us for sure, because that's one thing about us is we don't shy away from people running our gloves through the mud. We want to be tested, and we want people to also reach out and give us that feedback, because the feedback is what's only going to make us better. So with that being said, those thoughts are what go into my designs. So we make the gloves for you. It's not just to make money. We're doing it for a purpose, and our name is called Glove Station. So it's in the name. We want to be your one-stop shop for gloves, and we have other stuff too, like eye protection and whatnot with Optic Max. But that's kind of like our whole idea. It's just we want people to get the most for their money.
And you guys aren't just like tactical gloves. You guys have latex gloves, don't you?
Yeah, we have disposable gloves. We have culinary gloves, cut resistant gloves, barbecue gloves, heat resistant that you'll never be able to reach the point of its limit because it's just obnoxiously high resistance. It's like I think it's like 13 or 1400 Fahrenheit.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's a ton.
I was like, when he gave me that number, I was like, are you sure about that? Because it's a liability if we say that and somebody burns their hand on a 500-degree, oven tray.
Right.
He's like, no, it's lab tested. So, yeah. But we have gloves for everybody, man, like industrial rigging gloves and
right.
But primarily, like I said last time I was on the show, my main objective when I was hired on with this company was to take care of tactical. So, but now that tactical is being taken care of, it's starting to kind of diversify, and I'm able to branch out to like utility and, basically overall versatile gloves.
Real quick, I want to say hi to a few people. Ghost Tacticals jumped in out there. Good to see you out there. Artac and Daughters has joined the chat. 67 Rebels out there. And make sure we haven't missed anybody. Hillbilly did put the link out there. It's just glovestation.com. It's that simple. And, all right, we got a bunch of questions, so we better start hammering down here. All right, so first question was from Clovertac. He said, I want something thin, light, and tight for smaller adult hands. He said warmth or padding not needed.
Okay.
So he wants to know what model fits that.
Well, our Impulse first generation, as Pew Pew Spectrum Solutions will attest to, it's a great solution. If you want something that's a little bit thinner, because we did remove the inner laminate for future generations, this is one that I haven't shown. It's the Impulse Versa, and this was one that came. It's kind of in the dark. Nobody really knows about it, but it will be released. It's called Versa, obviously for versatile. So it's basically got all the tactical things that you'd want. However, it's thin. And like you can see, I mean, you can crumble it up and put it in, your palm. But it's got the tough synthetic leather on the bottom. There's 4-way spandex in the back. And 4-way just basically means you can stretch it this way and stretch it this way. But some gloves, I don't have any here, but I think this is a 2-way. So 2-way spandex is basically when you can't pull it one way, but you can pull it this like the other way. So you can't pull it 2 ways, but you can pull it 1 way. So the Impulse Versa, I want it to be released soon because I know this glove is going to be super popular, but it's got everything that the Impulse 2.0 has, except for a few things. One being, mind you, this is still in R&D phase, so there still might be some changes made to it. One of the changes is talk about adding a serration across all the main knuckles, like our 11 Bravos, how they have the serrations there. But I don't know. It's supposed to be like a utility glove, so I want engineers to be able to use this, mechanics, janitor, anybody, like anyone that's in the work field. I want them to be able to use this glove, and it's a premium leather glove. And I like the fact that it's so clean. There is minimal design on it, but it has all the things in Impulse 2.0, minus the suede leather palm. This one has a suede leather palm on it. This one has synthetic leather for the toughness, because it just ends up being tougher. Go figure, right? But this is the glove. So if you want a glove right now, I'm going to suggest the Impulse first generation. If you want to hold out for a little bit, Impulse Versa. But it's not going to be out for at least a half a year. I have it in like We have it in black. Well, that's not it. We have it in tan, and we have it in my favorite OD green, and we have it in also gray. So yeah.
And you're not lying when you say these impulses last. I had Pigs gloves. I've had Magpul. Like you said, Magpul does have a good glove. But besides that, the Pigs gloves that I had didn't last but 2 or 3 months. I've had these for, I don't know, what do you think? Like maybe a year, almost a year now?
You had it for probably a little bit over a half a year.
Okay, half a year. Okay.
Half a year. And yeah.
This thing has been through mud, rocks, glass, burnt. They've been ran over. They've been, you name it. They've been just used in everything that I do. And if you watch my stuff, if you don't follow me, I'm very active in the Pew Pew community.
Yeah, you are.
They just have one little hole in the middle finger on the right palm, but everything else, it just has normal wear and tear that the Pigs gloves company, it would just shredded them. It's insane. I'm extremely happy. Even like the pull tabs, like he's saying, I'm one of those people that pull the glove on to me. That's just, I don't know, it's a natural instinct to just pull
everybody up.
Only one of the stitching strings came off, and the Pigs glove, one of them came off within a month. So that's probably, maybe I got a lemon with them, but these things have lasted a lot longer than I thought they would. And I'm super impressed.
Well, it's great to hear you say that, man. Because the job is not easy, and we're going up against some very Goliath people. And it's one thing that I've realized, it's always like people like name brands, and that's the hardest thing. It's establishing that trust between you and the consumer that like, hey, I'm not trying to push some cheap stuff made from overseas. Like there's a lot of thought, there's a lot of passion, there's a lot of heart that goes into the products that we release. And it's a frustrating journey for anyone that's, knows the journey, because you just want to release to people. You want to like stop talking about it and be about it. But at the same time, you also want to make sure that what you are releasing, it is something that people are going to tell their friends about and just, give their praise, because that's how companies grow to be mechanics and Rothco. I don't want to even say Pig. I don't want to say, Victos and 511, all them. They put in the work, and we're just doing it a little bit different because we are a small team, skeleton crew. That's how you know the heart's in it. It's not just some marketing push. This is like real passion. This is why I wake up every day. So it's to make sure that we are making a difference. And it's been very evident as of late because, shit, dude, I'm sorry. Don't know if I can say that word, but.
Yeah, you're fine.
Oh, hell yeah.
Recently, we've had a huge uptick in purchasing. I mean, we've had some major orders because people are buying gloves to send to, the current world affairs, what's happening. And it's just insane to see like that impact, like they could be choosing a Mechanics or a Victos or a Rothco or, I can name a million others. But they chose us. So, that's just that verification that, I love doing what I do, and that's why I do the best I can.
All right, our next question, Matt had it out there from RTT. So what gloves do you have to compete with the Pig or the 0.5 mil Mechanics? I think we kind of got into that already.
Yeah.
And while we're talking with Matt, he had left another. Let's get down here to that. He said he just ordered 2 pairs of the Impulse gloves, the tan and the M90. So Matt's got a pretty good size YouTube channel. So hopefully he will do something on the channel with those gloves. That would be awesome.
Yeah, reach out.
Speaking of Matt, you did not have to do that. I appreciate it very much. He left us a $20 super chat, and he said he wanted to throw some support here. So thank you so much. That's super cool.
Reach out before tomorrow, and I want to make sure I get something in your order included in your order.
I got Matt's email. I'll get you Clover's email. I'll get you Matt's email, and you guys can talk.
Sweet.
Our next question was from Zach out there from Quest for the Perfect Load. He wants to know what the booth number is at SHOT Show.
Oh shit. Okay, hold on one second.
If you don't know, I'll make sure I'll let him know. I got his phone number. I'll text him, but
I got you. Let me put that out for the whole chat here. I just have to grab it. So is there another question I can answer while?
Okay, Lake Ozark guy, he asked what the website was. We've already covered that with him. Our next question is from Abigail. She wants to know, will the palm and finger padding hold up to stippled Glock frames? I would say Devin has pretty much answered that question. Yep. Devin has seriously abused the gloves he's got from them. I've had the Impulse Guards since May, I believe, is the last time we had you on the show, right after NRAM. So mine are holding up great, but I didn't use them a lot throughout the summer, but they're getting their use now.
I'm excited to use these for the winter.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the Impulses would be great for cutting the wind. Gloves that I'm about to show you guys in a second, we did design some for winter and hunting specifically. And the other pair is pretty legit. Let me get this floor plan for y'all here. I swear I can never. Are there any other questions or?
All right, next one we got Clover Tack again. He said, question for later. Have always wanted a glove like the Hyperfit, but with missing index and thumb, better dexterity instead of index and middle. Any plans to expand one day maybe with that? Oh, there we go.
Yep, I'll get into that in just a second. Super glad you asked, because that was one of the bigger gloves where I'm like, oh, how do we release this? Do we do it with just the finger? Okay, I have it for you guys. It is 41957.
All right, Zach, if you're still out there, that's the booth number.
Yeah, it's the booth number. I could put it in the chat too. 41597 or 957. 41957. Okay. There.
All right. Abigail said she is going to order a pair of gloves and see how they hold up. So very cool. Michael Dunn says, how are they in the trigger guard hole? They are fine. If I can speak for the Impulse Guard. Devin, you've got, which ones are you using?
These ones, the Impulse.
Just first gen? Yeah, it's the first gen.
Yeah. And then, obviously, the winter ones. I forget what these ones are called.
Guards. Those are the
Guards.
Impulse Guard.
Yeah, those are the ones that I wear.
Yeah, I like how they have that stretch stitching that actually, it literally fully cups your wrist, which I hate cold wind. Oh
the zigzag, yeah, the zigzag seam.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people have that, like, first kind of like, the hesitation of, I don't know. Yeah. But that seam is super tough. It adds that elasticity. Plus, I mean, I've not had one glove have a seam pop to where it renders that specific seam useless. So I really am a fan of the zigzag seam.
Clever Tack said he just ordered a pair of the Tan Impulse in small and said thanks. He's looking forward to trying them out. So awesome. We already pretty much covered that. Do you have any gloves for colder weather? We've pretty much covered. I wear the Impulse Guards.
We'll get into a little further too.
Yeah, but we are going to get into some hunting stuff and some warmer gloves here in a few. Okay, Pistol Pete said Kevlar thread, ?
That's puncture resistant. It's tough, man, because I feel like the challenge is with the marketing because everyone wants a puncture resistant. Mechanics has literally, I think it's called, it's called Needle Stick, and it's Kevlar threading. Basically, it protects you from any punctures like a needle. Mostly bodyguards, security guards, and law enforcement would have most use for that. Really, it's an uphill battle with dexterity. People don't want to lose that dexterity, and when you add that Kevlar you can't add the Kevlar without adding some kind of cut resistant along with it. So both combined is it creates a pretty thick glove, and you're just compromising the overall feel and integrity. So I feel like I'm pretty close to a happy medium. However, the glove is not even in production or in R&D or sampling phase, but I'm just designing it out. Just letting you know that's pretty much that's the whole uphill battle, is trying to keep the dexterity, because it sounds great, in the mind, but once you put the glove on, you're like, oh, that's what he meant. It makes a pretty stiff glove.
Clover said the shipping is not crazy priced either. So, all right. So that is all our starred questions right now. I got to get back over to the live before it gets too far out of hand.
Oh, snap.
Let's see. Got to get back to where we left out of here.
Can I ask a quick question?
You go right ahead.
Hey, Chris, I've got a couple pairs of mechanics wear gloves, and I can get into a small on those, but they have a little bit of stretch across the palm. My problem is my finger size corresponds to a small, but my palm size is more along the high end of medium. So, but if I buy medium or large, I got so much extra material at the end of the fingers that it's kind of hard.
So I guess it depends on which type of glove you like. I have suggestions. For example, our combats are. I'm just gonna show it to you. We acquired license from Multicam. I'm sure you guys are familiar. So we went ahead and designed Multicam hard knuckles and small finger, small hand. I have a small glove right here with a fat palm. But I honestly love the way the small feels. And these gloves do run bigger. So if you are a large, I'd go for a medium. But I'm fitting a large into a small. Like I said, I love my gloves snug. I don't like loose gloves. Any play irritates me. So the snugger, the better. And these are a small, which accommodate the short finger. Mine are pushed up against the top here. They come just about to the bottom of the fourchettes. What the inner part of the glove is called. It's called a fourchet. But I mean, it's just this is how you want the glove to fit. So I would say go for the combats small.
Okay.
Yeah, because this whole the way that you put your hand in, it's the cinch strap, cinch strap, and it basically opens up right here, so you're able to like secure that and make it close it basically. See?
Okay.
So you can get your big palm in, but also accommodate your small fingers. No shame in the game.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Ghost Tactical said he just ordered a pair of Impulse in the gray.
Let's go.
Want to say hi to Chris Lang, is out there. Vanessa, I got your question starred. We'll get back. We're adding up some more questions here to go back. Artac said he's ordering some blue gloves now.
Let's go.
Guns and Water is out there. Good to see you out there. Yep, we're going to get into that too, Scotsman. That's one of our other things we're going to do tonight. I do not think we've said hi to Tactical Rabbit out there. He is out there. Artac has ordered a pair of Impulse.
Thank you.
I think we just answered Gary's questions. Andrew, we're going to get into that because that's the same question Vanessa asked. And good to see you out there, Andrew. Bald and Curious is out there. There's the booth number. You are very welcome, Chris. I have ordered some parts from them. They make some pretty good stuff.
Sweet.
Brian is out there. Right thing to do. Good to see Brian out there. Scotsman wants me to send you. I'll get Chris's email over to you, Scotsman.
Perfect.
Woods has joined the chat.
What up?
M. Gabriel is out there.
What's up, Gabriel?
See, this got way out of hand.
Everyone likes a good pair of gloves, man.
Yeah, well, I was over there watching all the starred comments, and then I let the live chat.
Hey, man, keep them coming. I know you have to, we're on a time limit here, but if you guys have any questions that we don't cover in the show or the live, just reach out to the Instagram page. It's all one word, Glove Station, and I will personally respond to every single question. So, yeah.
All right. Let's show off another pair of gloves before we get into the next
Okay.
question.
I have 3 models left, so I'll just run through them for you guys, and then you can all ask questions. That way I'm not taking the panel's time, which thank you guys for taking your time tonight to join me. So along with, I know I had mentioned, and I put them on for you guys, the multi-cam hard knuckle gloves, which is going to be, heavy duty. It's got reinforcements on the bottom. It's our basic combat hard knuckle gloves, but just with the multi-cam design. These are special edition impulses, these things feel amazing, and I'm actually really happy with how these came out. Super happy, because it has like the Versa. It has the synthetic leather on the bottom, not like the Impulse 2.0s, which is suede leather, genuine suede leather. It's touchscreen compatible. Just a real clean. That's one of the things that I wanted to do, because all the multicam gloves that you see on the market, they've got all these weird designs and stuff, and that takes away the purpose of like this pattern. You buy a pair of multicam gloves because you want either to be disguised or, it's purposeful, it's functional. So why take that away by adding, half black or adding a fat black stripe down the middle? It just doesn't make any sense. So I basically went the, plain Impulse design with a small silicone mortar strip on the bottom. And I just kind of went with let the pattern take over the backside. And this is the multicam Impulse special edition. So pretty happy. It still has the same pull pin grenade TPR down here on the bottom. So when you're putting the glove on,
we're going to come out with different colors.
We are coming out with a black multicam. I believe they have 4 right now currently. I really want to do Tiger Stripe. I don't know. What do you guys feel? Tiger Stripe. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, like a Miami Tiger or like the OG?
OG, like Tiger Stripe.
Like Vietnam?
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I really like the design. I know Saviors come out with their Tiger Stripe bag. It's kind of tapped into, but I want to get it out before it gets, kind of overplayed. Which
chocolate chip would be nice. A pink multicam would be cool. Multicam black.
Yeah,
like
we need
Arctic, like an Arctic camo.
Arctic camo's clean too. With some blues and some like really like kind of light shade. Yeah. Because white, I'm trying to stay away from white because
like a graffiti or like an 80s splatter.
I mean, those aren't bad. And the thing with the Impulses is that it's like not only are they versatile in functionality, but like designing them, it's fun because you can, you have like this whole backside is a blank canvas. So
Yeah.
like you said, you can run graffiti, you can run. And my boss did have that kind of like mindset of like, well, I kind of want to do like some Supreme stuff, like, some kind of like fashion driven styles, but we want to make sure we get the quality and the overall feel for the glove down, and then from there, then we can kind of play around with some ideas and do some like kind of out of the box ideas.
All right, looks like Devin and Ghost both want pink multicam.
I would buy it for my wife, really, but yeah, I would buy it.
Ghost will wear pink multicam.
We'll do it, but I mean, I think the sales would be. I mean, unfortunately, I feel like the sales would be a little bit low.
I
You might
think
be surprised.
you never know.
You
We-
might
we-
be surprised.
We've done some pink stuff, not with Glove Station. I've done it in the past with the tactical market. It's just it doesn't hit the way that we think. And I mean, I don't know, but that's not to say that we're not going to do it because.
There's one sale right there.
All right then, I'll get
There's two.
cracking.
There's two.
Who is the gentleman that asked about the orange and black in the panel?
I'm
I remember last time there was a guy on the panel that asked about orange and black.
Yeah, G23.
Oh,
Last
okay,
time.
okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I'm still working on those too, man. Sorry. I'll move on real quick. So that we get this thing moving along. These are these shooters. So someone asked earlier if we're going to come out with index thumb rather than index middle finger, and voila. This one, super proud of myself. For one, the grip is better than any other glove that I've ever tried on or designed myself. These little tiny stamps, these are our lockup logos, just basically repeat pattern all the way up and down the glove. It goes, I mean, all the way to the fingertips. And this grip is super tacky, so no one's going to be unsatisfied with that. And we removed the thumb. So the biggest change from this one is this has always been removed, the fingertip for the index, but the thumb tip is what we removed in the last revisions. And the glove's ready to go. So the glove is also in production, the shooter. And I just love this glove because it's so versatile for the tactical or the tactile abilities, like having to pick up tiny screws if you're a mechanic or an engineer. I have a buddy who does appliance repair for high-end like appliances, and that's his biggest gripe is the ability to pick up a fine screw or something, which you tend to have troubles doing with like a fully closed glove. So yeah, no stress. You don't have to cut the fingers off yourself and ruin the glove. It's already done for you, and you got your gel, your impact gel foam right here. Not foam, but just gel rubber. It's a lot thinner than the TPR, so I don't call it TPR because it's not thermoplastic. But nonetheless, it is a rubber. So, yeah, the glove is super dexterous. It's got the protection where you need it, and it's got the Velcro and strap. So,
well,
You can swipe
Clover
your
is
thumb.
ready. Clover's ready for a pair of those now. So
I
there
know.
you go.
Thank you. Though these
Yeah,
these
no.
were these are there's been a lot of back and forth with these gloves because we had to change a few things, but we just want to make sure that the glove lasts. It can't just look cool. Cool is half the battle. For all you tactical people out there, but we want to make sure that the glove is going to last and people are going to want to come back and buy another pair. Because if the glove is crap and it wears through in 2 weeks, you're not going to come back and buy that second pair. So, yeah.
All right.
That's another thing is being able to swipe your phone. There's nothing worse than you got a pair of gloves on and somebody calls. And
Every
then-
single one of our gloves, touchscreen compatible. Even our hunting
Oh,
glove.
awesome.
Even our hunting gloves. So I'll put this on for you right here, and I'll do a quick little demo for you. So yeah, to close it out for you guys, this is the last pair of gloves that I have to show off for you guys tonight, which is inspired by the Magpul with a few minor changes. But like, for example, we have the fully functional touchscreen.
That's nice.
Yeah, I mean, you could see this finger, index, and thumb. So,
Yeah, and they do work because it was super cold Saturday morning when I was out filming. I had mine on, and I was able to run my cameras and run the touch screens on my phone. So
these gloves, I like putting them on just because they're so effing comfortable. Like, it's stupid how comfortable these gloves are. Shout out to Realtree for coming with the fire on these this material, but it's like almost like a fleece. I don't know if you can tell. It's almost like a fleece kind of material. So I mean, it's just your hand is encased in a blanket / pillow. And I love these gloves. And I know I talked highly about the shooter grip, but this is just like another level tacky. So these gloves there's a few changes that I've made that will be different from the actual release to market version. But I mean, that goes with with R&D. So keep that in mind. But the overall, like, this design and the palm side, not going to be changed at all. I just changed up the colors on a few other things, but yeah.
I'm ordering some of those as soon as they come out.
Definitely.
Those are the cold weather hunting gloves, right?
Yep.
Okay, one you didn't talk about, but I heard you refer to, and I'll model these if you will. And if Matt's still out there, blue impulse guards.
Okay.
And these are after riding my motorcycle all summer with them.
Okay.
They're dirty, but you can't tell there's any wear or tear at all.
Oh, nice.
And,
so you've been riding your motorcycle hard with those, or every day, or not every day?
Not every day, but
they look good.
Yeah, they're a little dirty, but there's no wear at all.
If your glove's not dirty, you got a problem.
This is the thing about these gloves is I picked these out and we talked before I ordered them, but they have extra. If you go down on your bike, the first thing you're either going to go like that or like that, more than likely like that. And there's reinforcements there. Will this hold up against asphalt? Hell no. Honestly, nothing's going to hold up against asphalt, but you got more protection than if you were barehanded, or the fingerless leather glove will just, that's going to do more harm than good. But I really enjoyed these. I have another pair just like them in olive drab that will be used for hunting season until you get me some of those other ones, some of those where I can buy those.
I want to play soccer and football with these because, I mean, the grip is just going to be insane. Like, unmatched.
Are they activated by something, or is that just how they are? Because I know some gloves you spit on them or have like some type of liquid and rub.
If you want to, if you want to spit on them, bro, you're probably going to get an extra little bit of a strength there in that tackiness. But honestly, it's not activated by anything. However, I will say that from experience, when you make a matte black, so this is called silicone mortar printing. So it's silicone basically, but mortar is how they do it. So it's a stamp. And the material in which, like, the chemical for glossy, that makes it glossy, or matte, so not shining. Anything glossy that I've seen has just had superior tackiness. So one of the gripes we got when we had our 11 Bravos first version of in the R&D process was the get rid of the glossy black, because if I'm trying to be discreet or incognito, I don't want to like move my hand a certain way and then, put off like a glare or some kind of shine. So we scrapped it, but with that, you're also kind of, compromising the tackiness. So with these hunting gloves, we just went all in the sense that like it's not going to put off enough glare to where it's going to alert an animal, because that's the whole purpose for these gloves. Is basically you're out hunting. What do they call the little nests? Not a lookout, but anybody?
A blind? Like a blind?
A blind. Thank you. I'm sorry. That was the word, blind.
Or tree
So
stand?
yeah, like it's not gonna like trigger any or alert any animals to your presence. So
All right, real quick. I know Devin's got to head out here pretty soon. Everybody's getting their hashtags out there. We are doing a giveaway. So
that's it for me.
I've only got, not sure what's going on here. We've only got 2 entries. We should have more than that. So something's going on with the tool. Let me.
The 2 entered are like, no, everything's good.
Let me go back here and see what we got going on. All right. Something's going on with the StreamYard giveaway tool.
Ruh-roh.
Oh, StreamYard.
All right. We got 3 entered. All right. Now they're doing it. All right. We got 6 in there now. So, all right. Real quick, let me show everybody what we're going to do for the giveaway. And we're going to do this giveaway at 10:15. Is that plenty of time, Devin, to get you out of here?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Let me get myself here. All right, tonight, going to do an Adrenaline Arm sticker from my local gun shop. We're going to do a Brownworks sticker. This is the company that just made my custom grips for my Gerson MCP35 Ops. Going to do one of my other favorite stores, AIM Surplus sticker. You are also going to get a sticker pack from me. And you will get the new Chris from the 740 patch.
Oh yeah.
And now we will switch over to Devin because Devin's giving something away tonight. So let me get off of me here. And let's get Devin blown up. That's
dope.
Cool.
It's the Halloween version of Death at Dusk. So the lightning bolts and the nods are orange and they glow in the dark.
I don't even have that one. That
Oh,
was
did you
cool.
I'll give you one.
I need that one, and I need Chris's from the 740, that new one you just showed.
Yeah, I'll get you one of those for sure. All right, so yeah, we'll do that giveaway here.
Can
in
I
about
add to the giveaway?
10 minutes. What's that, Chris?
Can I add to the giveaway?
Yes, you can.
All right. So I think what we'll do is, since you have the red impulses, impulse guards, Chris.
Yep.
We will raffle off a pair of the red impulse guards, right? Suiting us. So whoever wins will get a pair of red impulse guards, and along with 2 of our patches. So this is our classic Monster Hand Glove Station patch. How's it go? Like that. And then the recent one, which is the Cobra. I don't know if you can see the back. But it is the Cobra, and it says Glove Station on there. So you get those 2 along with a pair of red impulse guards.
All right. Nice. Very cool. Thanks for doing that, Chris.
Thank you.
Thank you for having
Yeah,
me.
I got to get a couple of your patches too. Yeah, I'll send you a couple of mine, and we'll get that all figured out tomorrow.
Yep.
All right, we've got 17 entered, so it is tallying. All right, let's get back to some questions. Trigger Bar, I'm going to have you come back on the show. You can come back on my next live, and but you got any questions for Chris?
Yeah, I guess I missed the first part of it, but the big reason I like to wear gloves is when I'm shooting a suppressor, because I don't want to be the moron that grabs it with my bare hands.
Yep.
So how think I heard heat resistant. Like is it a 5-second heat resistant after on a hot suppressor? Is it a 10-second? Is it 2 seconds?
Now I'm gonna come out and tell you, full disclosure, our gloves are not, any glove that we have currently is not heat rated. However, with that being said, we have had influencers against our knowledge try that out for themselves, specifically with their cans. Byron, the instructor, is probably the first one to do it with, I think, 3 of our gloves. The first one he sent to us was the Impulses, just the regular ones. They put off some smoke, but when he held his camera up to the camera, no damage, not the slightest bit. So, and he attested to the fact that it did not have any lasting damage to the actual integrity of the gloves. So, of course, you're going to have to take your hand off really quick because they're not heat rated, so that heat is traveling through. But nonetheless, it's still able to hold up and not melt to your skin. But the next, maybe not this year. I trying to push for this year, but we're doing our combat gloves with heat rated AR Medora material. But we kind of want to add the cut resistant along with it, because that just makes all in one glove. But we'll see what happens. So, I mean, it's definitely in the works, and that's definitely something that's coming out soon. But you'll just have to check back with us for sure.
So to add to that, I do myself catch myself grabbing my own suppressors, and I held on to it for a good 2 or 3 seconds, and it didn't do it much to the glove. Just had a little heat print on the palm. You can barely see it on here though, but there is a little distortion. But it just was warm touch to my hand, just basically what are you doing, dummy? And
yes.
So that's what it's like, an added protection, and it did its job.
Yeah, I don't care about ruining the glove. If it ruins the glove, and I'm not in the hospital with 3rd-degree burns, then that's good.
Yeah.
And it does. It definitely does. It will curve it, but I can't say for legal reasons that the gloves are heat rated. But 100%, you will get that. What are you doing, dummy? From your gloves.
All right, let's get back to some of these starred questions we got, because we are getting close to the end of the show here. CloverTac wants to know best cleaning practices for the gloves.
So every glove, besides the Combat and the 11 Bravos, which are these right here, can go into the washer and dryer. These can go into the washer, just not the dryer, because this is real carbon fiber. The threads are exposed. A lot of people like to put coating over the glove or over the carbon fiber. We do not. So I would not put that in your dryer because it might warp your carbon fiber. And these, because it's genuine goatskin leather, so you just don't put leather in washer and dryer. Everything else with that is good to go. Every other glove that we have is good to go in your washer and dryer. Make sure it's on cold, not hot, because they're not pre-shrunk. But Impulse 2.0s, Impulse Versas, the Hunter gloves even can go into your washer and dryer. Our shooter gloves can go into the washer and dryer. Impulse Multicam, all those can go into your washer and dryer except for the 11 Bravo and the combat gloves.
Very cool. Okay, this is kind of, Andrew had a question, and this kind of goes into Vanessa's question. She said, any gloves for cut resistance, like when filtering and butchering? Andrew is asking, are there cut resistant gloves available?
Yes, we do have cut resistant. You're talking about butchering and what was the other? Basically, skinning an animal, whatever, has grip. we have cut resistant gloves, ANSI rated, ANSI level 5 rated. So they're pretty good. They're on par with a lot of the competitors that are out there. Like, I don't want to name them, but they're up there. Check them out. They're like oyster shucking gloves, just basic overall cut resistant gloves. But we're trying to incorporate that thread, cut resistant thread, into like things like the Impulse, Versa, Impulse Guard. Sorry, trying to like hearing all this noise out there. But check them out. Cut resistant gloves. They're in the culinary section. You won't be disappointed. If you're butchering and stuff, get you a pair.
All right, we pretty much covered the hunting glove option. Coming soon there with the Real Trees.
Yep, Edge.
All right, we'll get back to the live chat because I'm sure it's gone way out of hand. There's your hunting gloves.
Yep.
All right, Chad Kelly has joined the chat.
What's up, Chad?
Good to see you. DLD After Dark is out there. Roy Munson's out there. Good to see all of you. See if we got any other questions. Scottish American said he's going to be doing a Brownworks video tomorrow. Very cool. Yeah, I like my grips from there. Clear says, nice. That makes things easy on the cleaning stuff. DLD is saying, what's up? Good to see you.
You guys ever heard of AVI grips?
No.
Brass knuckles?
Mm-mm.
Got to check them out, man. That's a buddy of mine out there in Georgia. Him and his girl Amanda. They got some pretty sweet products. AVI grips.
Okay.
They're brass knuckle grips.
Oh, Ghost. When I was doing a training, that will answer your question. When I was doing a training, one of the door frames was shot up pretty well, and I cut my hand. It wasn't like a deep cut, but it was one of those that just bleed, and it actually bled through like the top up here, but the grips itself, it slipped where it needs to slip, but it catches as well. So kind of like it went through the blood into the glove, and it like the gloves did what it's supposed to do. So partially of this glove was soaked, and I didn't know I was bleeding until I saw blood like dripping.
Well, why was your hand bleeding?
I got cut on a door frame when I was training.
Without the gloves on?
With the glove on, it like poked through and it like stabbed.
Oh,
just adrenaline doing shit, and then I seen like just dripping as I was like I was like, what the hell? But yeah, it was covered in blood. It was actually pretty cool.
Not cut resistant.
No, it was like punctured. It was like the B frame. He'll understand. The B frame was like kind of like shot up, and there was just like I just got cut and poked.
Yeah.
That's all it was. But yeah, I was bleeding. I was like, what the hell? And then I realized I was like, oh God, I need a Band-Aid.
All right, what's the next one?
All right, Brian is actually a firefighter, so he's got a question out there. It's a cut-resistant gloves, a.k.a. fire department extrication glove compatible. I don't know.
Well, thanks for asking. My uncle is a firefighter. He's a chief for the department down here in Southern California. And we're trying to do that. Nothing yet. I mean, I talked about it earlier tonight. It's still in the very, very, very like infancy stage. I've still yet to come out with a solid design that's been approved by the team. So we want that to be our future. We're going to make that our future. And our main market for that glove is going to be fire department and firemen. So please keep looking out for that, and we'll have it covered soon.
All right, let's do this giveaway real quick here. And we covered you up, Chris. All right, here we go. Let me get over here. Got 19 entries.
Oh,
Walter Bunning has one. Very
Wow.
cool.
Nice.
Walter, awesome, buddy.
Congratulations.
Walter's gonna look good in them red impulse guard gloves when he's doing his
Yeah.
casting videos.
He'll be showing them off to the ladies. So,
hey man.
Walter looks good all the time. Just ask new techs I can.
All right, we're going to give Walter a second here. Hopefully he is out there. If not, I have Walter's email, so I will get a hold of him. And because with Walter, you never know. But he's out there in California, so it's early still.
So,
I can drive the gloves over to him.
Yeah.
glove Station, Chris. What was the name of that Georgia company?
AVI, just A, V, and the letter V and I, grips.
AVI
Grips.
Grips.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Really cool.
Devin, I know you got to go, buddy. I will get with you tomorrow afternoon, pick up the patches. Hey, there he is. Walter is out there.
He said, "Yay me."
Walter, I'm going to need you to email me your actual physical address tonight if you can, so I can get that over to Chris, and he can get your gloves sent to you. And then I'm going to just drive over to Devin's and pick up the patch from him because he's 5 minutes from my house. And I'll get your stuff mailed out tomorrow because I still haven't mailed Dale Pogue's stuff out from winning last week. So all that stuff will go out tomorrow, and then I'll get that info over to Chris right away so he can send you your gloves and your patches from him.
Yep.
So,
Congrats. Thanks, Walter.
let's see. Yep, Ghost says you got to watch the Rangers win the series.
Oh, snap. That's next.
Thanks for being here, Ghost. Chris, update on my order tonight. The order confirmation went to spam, so might be something to look into. FYI.
Yeah, no, it sucks, man. It's like email providers. It's a whole hassle, so it's too difficult to explain. I apologize if it does go to promotions or spam folder, but it has everything to do with your email service provider.
Okay. All right. Real quick, we got Walter all squared away. Ghost said the email went straight to his regular inbox, so it's working for him. It's probably, like you said, just different email providers.
Yeah.
I want to say hi to Bernie. He is out there. Good to see you. Okay, real quick, let's switch back here. I know Devin's got to go. Trigger Bar's got to go. Devin, got anything you want to plug before you get out of here?
I want to say thank you guys, everyone that's been subbing, any new subs, new videos, watching them. I have another night shoot, day shoot. We're actually going to do a 2-gun day shoot the day after the night shoot. On the 25th is the night shoot, and the 26th of November is the day shoot 2-gun. Hopefully it turns out good, and we'll just keep going with those. It's going to be a little cold, so if you're going to be there, and if you're in Central Ohio, make the trip, and it'll be worth it. Thank you for having me on. It's too good to see you guys. I've been a little absent, been busy. I'm happy to be here and hopefully be more present in the future.
Good to see you, man.
Devin, thanks for being here, and I will give you a call. Or why don't you just text me when you get off work tomorrow? Because I'll probably be off before you are. So
Yeah, I'll text you when I'm on my way home.
sounds good, buddy. Thanks for being here.
All right, see you guys.
Yep, later.
Thank you, Devin.
See you, Devin.
hey, buddy.
All right, Trigger Bar, I am sorry you didn't get to talk too much tonight, but we will get another chat planned here for in the next couple weeks and get you back on.
Sorry, man.
No, you don't. Nothing to be sorry for. It was your show.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, man. Thank you for coming with your questions, because That's what this was all about. It was basically one big show and tell, trying to show everyone what we got coming out. So thank you for being a part.
Trigger Bar, you put out a pretty cool video earlier with the suppressed radical firearms. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a fun one. And then I'll be switching back to some AR-10 content. I think my channel's, the only niche that's going for it is I got some good 5.7 content, and I got a lot of Ruger SFAR content. And I'm going to be comparing the Arrow M5 and the Ruger SFAR here coming up. So, I've got the illegally suppressed video out tonight, and I got a few Arrow M5 reviews coming out.
Very cool. Yeah, if you're not subscribed to Trigger Bar Philosopher, you are missing out. So get over there and subscribe to his channel.
Just subscribed.
Really enjoy his content. So, well, Trigger Bar, I know you got to get going. Thanks so much for being here. I will stay in touch with you here soon, and we'll get you back on.
Yep, sounds good.
All right. Have a good night.
Reach out, Trigger Bar.
We'll see you, bud.
All right. Let's get Chris back on the screen. There we go. Wrong one. There we go. All right. Walter's got his email out. Everything is going smooth tonight. I think we're all caught up on the questions, and it is 10:23, so we got to start working our way out of the room. Chris, we'll let you go last. Jamie, thanks for being here, brother. What you got coming up?
Well, thanks for having me, man. I'm still working on 308 because it ran into a snag on the rifle. But other than that, man, Friday nights at 8 o'clock, Georgia Shooting Connection. Y'all come check us out. And it's a fun time, too. So thanks again for having me.
You're welcome here every time I do a show, Jamie. Love having you on, man. So looking forward to Friday night. Next up, American Hillbilly. What do we got coming up?
Hey, buddy. Oh, man, just got videos coming out pretty much about every day. And then on Saturday nights, don't forget our live show, Guns, Beer, and Therapy. It's at 9 o'clock Central, 10 o'clock Eastern. And we just try to have a lot of fun there. Always a pretty good time. So, anyway, I just want to thank you very much for having me on. Nice meeting you, Chris. I remembered you from, I think, 5 months or 6 months ago or something when you was on here. And
Yep.
I'm glad you said that you do have XX large, right?
We do.
Or
Yep.
Okay, because that's the biggest problem I have is finding one's big enough to fit my hand, and then like after you use them, like your hand gets tired. So that's I'll get a
We
pair
got
of
you.
those.
For them big bear paws.
Alrighty. Thank you very much for all the great info, buddy. Looking
Thank you,
forward
sir.
to some.
Well, Hillbilly, thanks for being here. Glad you came on tonight, and we'll definitely have you back on.
Well, thank you, buddy.
All right, last but not least, gives it Gary. Man, Gary, I am going to miss you. I'm going to be able to hang out with you here in a couple weeks, but SHOT Show's right around the corner, so we'll make up for it at SHOT Show.
Yes,
You
sir.
bet you.
What you got coming up, Gary? Got the show Friday night, right?
Got a show this Friday, Foul Territory, 9 p.m. Central Time Zone, the only time zone that matters. And the following week, of course, I will be at the, as you said, the Wanamaker Tulsa Arms Show. So we're going to do the show next week on Thursday because I'm going to be traveling Friday during the day and probably not going to be in a place where I can do a live stream. So we will shift days that week, but that's my plans. But anyway, I do look forward to seeing you and Chris at SHOT Show. So you bet. Thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for being here, Gary. And yeah, when we get a little closer to the Thursday show, we'll all promote it around on our community tab so everybody knows it's going to be on a Thursday night.
Yeah, I apologize if I walk over the top of anybody. I didn't know who did what on Thursday nights, so I apologize in advance.
I mean, as far as I know, you just got Gear Report in that time slot, so that's about it, I think. So.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's Thursday, right? Not Friday.
This week it's Friday. Next week it's Thursday.
Okay. Normally it's Thursday though. Okay.
Right. Normally Friday is my normal day.
Oh, okay.
But on that particular weekend, the weekend of Veterans Day, is the weekend of the Tulsa Arms Show, so I'm going to be traveling on Friday, so I can't do my show on Friday, so I'm going to make it a day early that week.
Cool.
Okay.
What's the name of the channel?
The channel is called Gizzard Gary.
Gizzard Gary. All right. Can you send me a link too, please, in DM, Instagram, and I'll be sure to advertise for you.
Oh, you bet.
Thanks, Harry.
All right. Gary, thanks for being here, buddy. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Me too.
All right, Chris, before I say what I got to say, you got anything you want to plug before you get out of here?
No, man. I just want to thank you so much for, putting together this live stream with all these fine gentlemen. Really, it means so much. I work so hard every day just to, do what I do and make sure that we have everybody covered, as gimmicky as it sounds, but it's the truth. And so having these moments with, being able to connect with our consumer and everyone that's an end user means a lot. So if anyone has any questions, please feel free to reach out to us at our Instagram. I run the social media, so I will make it a point to respond to any questions or inquiries that we have regarding tonight's show or just anything that you have in general. But yeah, thank you, Chris, very much for putting this together tonight, and couldn't do it without you, man.
Hey, you're more than welcome, man. You and I started doing stuff together long before you went to Glove Station, and always enjoyed talking with you, working with you on stuff, and you're a great guy, and I like what you're doing over there at Glove Station. I know you're a lot happier there too, so
yeah,
very cool.
Yeah, piggybacking off what you said, man. Like, I worked with a lot of influencers, a lot of high-paid influencers, a lot of it's the name that's everything. And you're just as impactful, if not more impactful than any of them times 10. And it's just always been a pleasure to work with you. That's why I make it a point to have you a part. And don't ever change, please. Because I know you're reaching these numbers, and I'm like, oh man, here he goes. He's taking off, dude. It's his year.
Yeah.
But I called it when I first met you. I knew.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna, one thing's for sure, I'm gonna always be loyal to all the people that have been with me from the beginning, and you've been right there with me from the start. So. And very much appreciate that. So,
yes, sir.
Hang out for a few, because we'll hang out in the back chat once the show's over. I'm going to switch up the screen here for a minute. And I want to thank everybody that was out there in the side chat tonight. All the people that ordered gloves. There was a lot of gloves ordered tonight.
Yeah,
and that was freaking awesome. I have not got to say hi to Two Live Moo is out there, and I saw Misty, Mrs. Swain jumped in too. So I want to say hi to both of them. I got a lot coming up. New video coming out tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. I'm going to do a premiere, so if you guys don't have anything going on, I'll be hanging out with you in the side chat. Short video, it's about 10 minutes long, but I'll be there in the premiere. Don't have a Wednesday night live chat planned yet, but that could change real quick. I just got to reach out, get some guests on. I got some people I want to talk to. So I like doing shows like we did tonight. So we'll get something going on. Clover, I appreciate that. Thank you. It's not going to get to my head, I don't think. Mario has joined the chat. I want to say hi to Mario. But yeah, that's what we got coming up. Don't forget, Friday night, 8 o'clock, get over there, check out the Georgia Shooting Connection at 8 o'clock Eastern. And then right after that, we got Gizzard Gary going on at 10 o'clock Eastern. Saturday night, 10 Eastern, we got Hillbilly Ups, Guns, Beer, and Therapy. Hopefully Sunday at 7, Scotsman out there will be having a foreign and domestic. And with that being said, we're out of here. I love you guys and girls out there, and we will talk to you soon. Say goodnight, everybody.
Thanks, guys. Good night.
Hi, everybody.
Y'all
Y'all come
rock.
back.